Hello there. In this tutorial, I'm going to show about the configuration of router. So we will going to discuss some basic configuration of router. You're just going to start the routing and the console port. You should move to user mode and we are first land to user mode. This is where the concept is. First we land to user mode, and our first result will be in user mode. So we need to uh, go through privilege mode, and for goes to privilege mode we need to give a command called enable, and you can see the greater sign changed to hash sign, means we are now in a privilege mode. Now the given command called configuration terminal config t, and this is the uh, command where we able to configure a router. The first command is hostname. Needs to change uh, host name of the router, so just change the host name. Now the R1 router become tech router, so tech router, and now we need to give a password on console port. So our command will be line console 0, 0 means port number, port is there 0, and password ccna, login, exit. So in exit we move to configure mode, and another exit we move to privilege mode. Now the command to see the running configuration. What are these running configuration? So show running config would work only in privilege mode, and it will provide the details, the commands we run. So hostname is tech router, and you just hit enter, keep showing this is the console port, password is ccna, and now let's learn to make let's learn to give a command and give a password on auxiliary port. So again, move to console configure mode and configure mode, and auxiliary port line auxiliary 0, password is ccna, login, exit, and if you want to directly goes to privilege mode, just press Ctrl Z and you will directly move to privilege mode from wherever you are. So no need to write exit 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 in from every port. You can give Ctrl Z, uh, and you will reach to privilege mode wherever you're sitting. So again, given command for show running config to just check what the running configuration we made. So we just given a password console mode. The password is ccna. We are currently logging. Auxiliary port 0. Password is ccna. Now let's learn to make another command, and this time we want to give a command, give a password on line bty. So currently we don't have a password at line bty. So configuration terminal, oops, typo. I just want us to give it for form, doesn't matter. Configure terminal, and a configuration mode line bty 0 to 4, the ports 0 to 4, and the currently we don't have a password. We want to give a password. You can see again, currently we don't have a password. We have a password in console port 0. Now 0 is basically the port. Console 0, auxiliary 0, and line VTY. Whatever port is there in your router, you have to write that only. The question arises, why we writing 0 to 4? We have to write 0 to 4 because it's configured in our router. So now we need to give a password. Password is CCNA, and we need to log in. Control Z, we need to privilege mode. Now again, show running configure and show running configuration. Keep on entering and we will find that we just have our console. Here we go, console port, auxiliary port. Now if we reload our router here, it will delete our data. Currently it's present in RAM, but somewhere if it somewhere reboot, if somewhere power goes down, then data will be deleted. So to check the data of, first we check the data what the startup uh, mode is, whatever data is saved or not. Show startup configuration is basically provides the information which is currently saved to NVRAM. NVRAM is like a hard disk in our computer, and currently we don't have any data saved. So we just want to copy the running configuration and to startup configuration. Just say yes and confirm it. Write the previous data if it is already there, some previous data is there, let it be. Okay, we just hit the enter, and so now our data is saved to startup configuration, mean is data saved to NVRAM. And if we check it by saying show startup configuration, you will find the host name is there, which is just we just configure and the password of console port auxiliary port VDI data is there. You can see line console 0, line auxiliary 0, VTY 0. So this is where the all about. Now it's asking me password. Okay, so since we given a password, it asking me password to uh, the console port. So after giving the password, it just moves to user mode, then configuration terminal, enable, and then move to configuration mode. Now we want to give a password at enable mode, so that it asks me the password just after user mode. So enable password CCNP. So this is the password. Control Z, privilege mode, copy the running configuration to startup configuration. It means copy the running configuration to NVRAM. So we copy to NVRAM, and we don't require, if we not able to miss the data if router somewhere rebooted. Okay, so it's building configuration. Now again, we need to check exit. So at console port, giving asking password, just user mode, and we just want us to give a enable, just to give enable. So it again asking password before we're not there. Now you find that password is not visible because of security, extra security is provided so that we're not able to get the password, and it hide the password. Now just checking the configuration, and you will find the password is very much visual to us. It means if I show you enable password CCNP, it's showing me the password very easily, but it should be encrypted. And if it able to provide me password so simply, then it must be some problem. I mean, it uh, can be stolen very easily. So I just need to make sure that it will have extra security configuration terminal. Server service password encryption will allow me to have extra encryption of the password. So Control Z, again privilege mode, show running configuration. This time we're going to show what exactly the uh, encryption was. So enable password, you can see this encryption is added, and that CCNP move to some random numbers. Let you know again what was our previous password. The number password CCNP, and the current password we have some random numbers, but those parts where you can see the random number console. This is what I'm talking about. All the password changed to random numbers, but it again, it's not a secure matter. It can be stolen. So to provide the extra encryption, we just want us to write a command called enable secret CCNA, and it will provide me extra bit of security, extra bit of encryption. And I will just copy the running configuration to startup configuration. We'll copy to NVRAM, and let's see whether we have extra encryption or not. So let's see the command code show startup configuration, and here we go, the enable secret password. It's basically provide me the encryption, extra encryption. So this is what the basic funda of that command or encryption enable secret. So it will allow me to have a password very secret form. It will very hard to break. So again, goes to give a password user mode. So this is what the tutorial was, and just go to enable and give a password. So this is what we did in this tutorial. In next video also I will take some commands. So thanks for watching.